Hello, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and I think Twitter now. I don't think they call it Periscope anymore.
Really? Did they go to
I don't
Twitter?
think they did. I think they killed it something else. But like I noticed, like when I stream to it now, like it shows up on my Twitter feed. It's like not even mentioning Periscope.
Interesting.
And I've got like one of the worst cases of hat head. My God.
I'm in the same boat. I just didn't bother. It's me.
It's you. So actually, today I have off. Actually, from my day job, they observed Veterans Day today. So
okay, that makes sense. It's a Friday.
yeah, it's a Friday, so I'm happy about that. Got a bunch of stuff and errands to run. I just came back from the store, but
Nice.
I tested something out last night. So if you've been watching my stream over the last couple of days, I've been streaming from the metaverse. So to speak, basically streaming the output of my Oculus Quest to a Chromecast.
Yes.
And then piping that Chromecast into my streaming PC. Now that doesn't have the fancy microphone and all that. So I've been doing a bunch of that. But yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? It really glitched to the point where the stream locked up.
What?
And you couldn't see any.
That's your Oculus did that?
Well, the stream locked up, right? So it could have been the Chromecast, could have been the Wi-Fi network. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like going through and I'm talking, and then because I'm in the Matrix, like I can't see the comments. I can't see what I'm streaming.
Gotcha.
So you and I were talking yesterday.
Yes.
About a bunch of things, but one of those things was the idea of streaming again and streaming in such a way that I could do it through Restream's built-in environment, so I get the fancy graphics and stuff like that. Yes, I know someone's going to comment any minute now. You can do this in OBS. Yes, you can. OBS though is a much bigger lift, and maybe today, since I have my day off, maybe today
might be the day.
Today might be the day I tackle that. So ultimately, I thought, well, gee, wouldn't it be cool if I could have a stream with you on it?
Yes.
And then do it like Tank in the Matrix, right?
Right.
Because, hey, Rupesh, how's it going? So have it like Tank in the Matrix, like where you can watch what's going on.
Yes.
And then you can kind of like guide me and let me know if the stream is broken and stuff like that.
So if people are watching and going, Andy, what are you doing with your camera?
You got
That's
a ring
fair
light,
question. Right? I just got a ring light, and while I was setting it up back there, you're supposed to set it right. It's not quite right behind the camera. It's over here, and so I did that. Just I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just turned the thing on for the very first time. So I don't know if it looks better or worse. My biggest fear is that it looks exactly like me. While I was back there, though, I messed my camera up. It was sitting right where I wanted it, and it is no longer sitting right where I want it.
I have noticed that depending on what you're doing, it's okay if it's a little bit off the camera.
Yeah.
Because it really just about creating more light without adding unflattering. I have to move myself because the unflattering lights. And I just want to give a shout out to Rupesh. How you doing, Rupesh? Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Rupesh. Welcome.
So with that out of the way, I'm gonna pretend I'm Neo or Morpheus.
I like it.
Happy holiday season to you too. I'll tip my hat off.
Thomas.
Good morning, Thomas. How's it going? So Thomas is going to watch us in the Matrix. So everyone will be kind of like Tank in the Matrix.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen and let's see what comes up. Do you see anything?
Not yet, Frank. Oh, wait. Now I see it.
All right. I'm going to see if I can make it full screen. Oh, wait. If I do that, I can't see this. So I'm going to move. Okay. We're figuring this out as we go along, folks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So let's see. No, I like this best. All right. So you can see, I can't see what's happening, but I can see that it does know the 3D placement of the hands, and I just hit the microphone.
Yep.
So this is your kind of your home screen, if you will. You can still hear
Yeah,
me, right?
I can hear you. Yes.
And this is basically my dream home, kind of a Swiss chalet type thing with my own private
Right.
gondola,
Yeah.
and pretty nice little fire going on over there.
I like it.
Nice big snow roof. I mean, sunroof. And I have neighbors that are close, but not too close. I rather like this.
I do too.
And let's see. So if I hit this, this is the main menu. So these are kind of like your virtual environments.
Right.
So you have a space station.
Okay. Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where are you? Which site are you connected to, or
This
are
is
you
the
just
home
using
screen.
the Oculus?
This is the
So
Oculus
this is
home screen.
gotcha. Okay. See, I don't have this yet, but I am planning to buy one. I'm hoping there's a sale, maybe around
Probably be around
Black Friday
yeah.
or something. Maybe, maybe not.
Now I'm in space. Your kids have them, though, right? You can borrow them.
Yeah, they do, but I don't want to. I don't want to borrow theirs. They're on. Today is Friday's, and it's Riley's day off from school. He does virtual school.
So now I am in a kind of a cyberpunk environment, and you can kind of see the parallax. It's pretty cool. I like that idea there. I like that idea there. The indoor garden. And what's cool about this? Look, they even have Amazon boxes in the future. What's cool about this is that if you you can actually right now I'm using a stationary boundary. So if I go outside of it, it'll warn me. That way I don't hurt myself. But you can actually set up like a guardian boundary, so you can draw like this huge space. So I was upstairs, and I drew out this large space, and you can actually walk around these virtual environments and kind of get it.
That is so cool.
Right up to the window, right over the edge.
Yeah.
So this here is a new one.
Can you hear me okay, Frank? I muted my mic. Okay. I muted the mic at the mic because I'm full screen and I couldn't see it. And now I can mute it here. I wanted to cough, but not interrupt your flow. But I interrupted your flow anyway. Love this. We're still in your. Are we in a new place now?
My home screen. Yeah, they call this. I forgot what they call this. This is the new one they just added. Just called Studio.
Okay.
I think that the only thing it's missing is a waterfront, lakefront home with a couple of boats parked out front.
I am not going to follow up on that.
I'm going to call that the empathy home screen. People who know. They know. That's all I'll say. And I have promised a LinkedIn article explaining that.
Yeah,
it's coming. Don't worry. So what was great was like in the middle of the summer when it was like, I only got this in September when it was still like 90 plus degrees outside. I could like go in here and pretend I'm in the Alps, and it's nice and cool.
Woohoo!
So basically, now let me go back to my home screen. Come on. No, I don't want to see settings. So this is kind of your home screen experience, right? The people that you know,
right?
That are there, the apps there, and things like that. So there's like these stores that are here. There's experiences. This rec center was the one that actually made me like motion sickness because the way some of this handles.
Wow.
And some of them will make you motion. I mean, it all depends what your tolerance is. I have a fairly high tolerance, but it's still something to get used to. And this is pretty cool. They do like live events, learn to DJ in VR. The Power of Cores, that's happening now. So what a couple of things that I did not expect to be more intriguing than what I thought, right? So let's do a this is where my apps are, right? So if I go to YouTube VR, I'm going to open this. So you can kind of see, and I'm in this virtual studio where I get this whole experience. Are you still there?
I am, yeah. So this is YouTube's VR. That's interesting.
YouTube's VR, and you don't need this. You could do with Google Cardboard, right? Because you put your phone in it, and it'll give you the two different views. So I want to.
Have you tried that, Frank? Have you done the cardboard thing?
Oh yeah, totally. Like what's really great is watching the Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving Parade in VR.
Nice.
Because you can kind of, or any kind of, they had a couple of sports games. So like you can like focus on what you want to focus on, not what the director and the camera operators want you to focus on. So this is kind of cool because you can kind of look and like, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing you're sitting because it's very disorienting because I'm basically flying.
Right.
But I'm not. So one part of my brain is telling me one thing and my inner ear is saying, whoa, what's going on? So it is better to kind of acclimate to this when you're sitting.
Right.
Because you can kind of like tolerate that more. And so this is YouTube basically.
Nice.
And we can jump ahead.
You know what's cool about this is we know this is going to improve. The experience is going to improve. Yeah. They're going to add more stuff. And we're going to be able to say, you know, way back in November of 2021, this is what it looked like.
Look, there's Stonehenge.
Cool.
So for those of you that don't know, am I facing the camera? I can't tell.
This. Did they?
It's just like it's a 360 camera.
Yeah, that's right. I guess it looks like a couple of I don't know what you call it. They're not ultralights. They're like paragliders.
Gliders, yeah. So let me go back, and I'll quit the app. Now that's cool in and of itself, but you're not really exploring the environment. You're basically running through kind of something that somebody had created.
Right.
So one of the things that I've found to be very fascinating is this one. They've changed the name. It used to be called Quill. Now it's called VR Animation. I'll go to the saved one because this one really I think explores the option. I don't know. Can you hear the audio from this or no?
I heard something like some keyboard music in the background. I don't know if it's coming through your computer and being picked up by your mic.
So I need to figure that out. So for folks that are watching, and I'm assuming I'm watching. I have to rely on Tank here. I'm assuming I'm looking at the camera. Am I looking at the camera?
So I see
in the real world.
For your safety, please stay seated. I just read that. Okay. So yes, I am. You can just call me Tank. That's kind of a cool character anyway. I like Tank in the Matrix. Yeah, it's a good character.
So what you don't see here is how three-dimensional, like they like it looks in 3D, like it looks like it's actually here. And I think I hit my mic.
Yeah, I can see it. I see you just clicked on, and you were kind of flipping that around. That I don't know what you'd call that, the dashboard or whatever.
I guess it's kind of like there's actually a course on it might be LinkedIn Learning about building UIs for VR.
Interesting.
So I'm definitely gonna check that out. But so I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna continue. And
you know, Frank, this should be a podcast.
It should be. It totally should be.
Sorry.
So that's all right. So what I like about this is, I don't know what they call this, but it's basically kind of VR theater. And like you're in the story. And this is the one that's the most advanced that I've seen thus far. So what you don't see is how like it feels like it's like right in front of me, like all this stuff, like the 3D effect is very real.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here is a story. Don't want to spoil it, but basically it's this 3D story where all these people, they're exploring space, and you can kind of see, like, watch as this happens now. I can look around and see, and like, and what they do is, if you look, you can just see kind of the utter like scale of space here.
Right. And I love that when you look in different directions, you're getting different views.
Yes.
So like you're outside now.
Right. And then like that's pretty cool. The titles, you kind of go through the titles.
Cool. Hello _.
Yeah, that's the name of it. And it's basically about this guy who finds a space probe that's, well, kind of intelligent. So he gets bored. Like, this is about security checks. And there's actually a scene in here where he's on like his monitors. But look at this.
That's cool.
Like, so this is a form of Here we go. This is his office. Check this out. Check out his monitor setup.
Looks like yours, Frank.
I know. I have new goals now after seeing it. So this is it's kind of cool because you're like in this environment. You're really pulled into the story. It's not interactive per se, but it's more
Not
immersive.
yet.
Not yet. I mean, there are
It'll go there.
There are things like that.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. So it goes on, and he gets bored, and then he captures like the space probe, but there are a bunch of these stories that are like that. So if I go to browse,
that is really cool. Again, this one is on YouTube. The one you just did.
No, the one I did is not on YouTube that I can tell.
Not on YouTube. So is this
the
back
difference
in?
So the difference, near as I could tell, is that with YouTube, it's just a video, right? It's a 360-degree video, right? So it's still like a thing. But with this here, it's a 3D rendering, kind of like a video game that you're seeing in kind of real time. So
This is Oculus then?
This is called VR theater.
VR.
So I'm watching the same scene, but from a different perspective.
I see. Okay.
So that guy's still, going to jump on that and knock us over.
I see.
So that's kind of the difference, is that you're watching a video, but you can't change your perspective in it. If I were to do that, hang on, I lost my headphones. There we go. Do we have any comments? I'm curious.
I haven't. I went full screen, so I haven't been seeing them.
Oh, okay.
Let me go back. Drop it back. We do.
Okay.
Dr. Kumar Gautam said, in theory of cosmic inflation, which implies that the early cosmos expanded exponentially, suggests that we live not in a universe, but in a vast multiverse.
Interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting, Doc. Thank you. We got to get you back on the show. We scheduled something, and then the weather was horrible over there. We got to get you to reschedule so we can interview you. And Thomas says he's taken the kids to their first Macy's Day Parade in 2 weeks. That's awesome. That's right. 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks and now Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My kids refuse to watch it now and on a regular TV. They have to watch it like in VR. And so what we did was you can get, like, for $20, you can get a thing you put your smartphone in.
Yeah.
And you put your smartphone. There's my microphone, which means my camera is somewhere over here. It is just all messed up, Frank. It's amazing how quickly you can, like, disassociate from real reality.
That is so funny.
So this one was one of the first VR things I watched, and I did it standing, which probably was a mistake, because basically what's happening is what that guy is basically telling me is that this platform is going to collapse, and what's going to happen is I'm going to fall.
Oh no!
And if you're doing this while you're standing,
yeah,
it's very disorienting.
That's funny.
But I can kind of see up. So let's see.
That's a pretty long fall.
It was a pretty long fall. And what's cool is they also do, like, behind the scenes and stuff. You can explore the sets. So for that hello _
yeah,
you can kind of see, like, the behind the scenes stuff. I'll go up here, right? So you can kind of, see what the ship looked like, and kind of explore the space.
Yeah.
There's the space probe that they find.
Interesting.
But yeah, so it's pretty cool how this works, and that you can do that. But these are all things that are not actually, quote unquote, Facebook's kind of bread and butter, which is this idea of Horizon, venues and workrooms. So, but before we do that, I want to show you this. This is the app that comes pre-installed, and it kind of walks you through how to use this stuff. And I think this is the next level of interaction, right? So the first one was we're looking at just 360-degree video.
Right.
The second one was we were in a 3D environment. You can observe and follow along a narrative, but you can't interact with the environment. This one is kind of that next level, right? So if you look around, this is kind of the splash screen, right? And because this is the first app that's installed, they want to impress you,
Right.
And I don't know what it looks like in the stream, but I will say that this is impressive in the sense that it all looks very 3D. Like it has kind of this depth to it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So,
of course, we're seeing the 2D version of this, so I'm sure it's not the same. But I can imagine where the 3D is. I mean, we can see because of perspectives that they've added things bigger or closer, that sort of stuff.
So this is a kind of test environment where they teach you the basics of how to use the Rift.
Okay. That's a great idea. This is like solitaire to teach you how to use a mouse.
I was just thinking that solitaire and Minesweeper.
We're dating ourselves, Frank.
I didn't hear that because the tutorial robot was talking to me.
Sorry.
It's okay. What'd you say?
I said we're dating ourselves.
Right. So this is showing me the controls that are there, and like you can see, kind of like the placement of your hands are assumed here. So try to press all the glowing buttons. They're trying to get you to understand this. And then they've got this.
Okay.
And it's kind of walking you through.
Nice.
And there's a point to this. Here we go. So I have my virtual hands now. They don't show the controllers.
Nice.
So now I can make a fist.
Oh, look.
And notice how, like, my thumb.
Yeah.
Now I can point.
Very cool, Frank.
Now watch this. Now this is the thing I was talking about. Was like this is the next level where it's interactive. So now I can throw it. And if you go outside the room, it's like Tron. Like it dissipates. So this is cool. And my kids love this. They'll like play with this, and I'll see them like swiping around. Right? There we go. All right. So this is cool. I don't have no idea where the microphone is. So watch this.
You sound fine.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
Here's a few more to try.
And here we go. This is pretty cool. Check this out. So I'm controlling a virtual drone.
That's nice.
And watch, it actually has like, oops. Like it can make it crash into me.
Uh-oh.
Bonk. And what's interesting is like it's obviously not there, but you can like your nervous system is expecting to be hit by something, so it kind of feels like you are. And this is another one, right? You can punch it like a punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual punching bag.
I've noticed before my kids even did VR, they'd be watching games or interacting, playing on Minecraft, and they would yell when somebody hit them.
That's pretty
They
funny.
would exclaim, "Ow!" And I'm like, "Nobody hit you." But maybe I'll start yelling if I get into VR here.
There you go. So, come on, let's gonna bring this thing around. So these rockets. Oops.
Nice.
Come on. And you pull it, and they're kind of giving you nothing like failing on a live stream like that. So you can grab a cartridge, and this one's pretty cool. This one was the one that made me think. Let's see. So you'll see the transition. What I have noticed is that the way they do the transitions between the worlds is I think it has to be done consciously, otherwise you can get kind of motion sickness.
Okay.
So this is. Oh, I hit something.
That was the mic.
That was the mic. Sorry about that if you were listening to headphones. So there you go. So now what's going to appear here is a robot, and what's cool about this guy is he'll turn around and you can like interact with him.
That's funny.
And he'll like mimic you, so you can shake his hand, and he can start dancing.
He's a dancing machine, is he?
Dancing machine. And you can like grab his hand, and he'll mimic you.
That's funny.
And so what you can do now is I'm going to go back. And
You're ready to explore another virtual world. Insert the cartridge into the console.
so now I'm going to switch to the target practicing game, which is pretty cool.
Cool. So it's like, I like the graphics there. It's like putting the cartridge into the gaming console.
Exactly. I'm going to go straight up
Digging
John
it.
Woo style. If
Nice.
you don't know what I'm referring to, you need to watch some of his movies. I'll do this Jersey style. Oh, if you drop it, which is very easy to do because you have to keep your middle finger down.
Mm.
It takes some getting used to. But
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a bit like Solitaire or Minesweeper.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. Go, Frank, go.
So it's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. If you want to exit this program, there's a couple of ways. There's the way that's like kind of built in here.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this. You can insert the exit cartridge. Whee!
Right. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Or you can hit the Oculus button on your remote and just say quit. And then you're
Gotcha.
back in your home environment.
Look at that.
The one thing I do want to show is Facebook's open worlds, I think they call this, right? This is part of their Horizon line.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out where the microphone is. I need you, Tank. Where am I?
You're looking right at it.
Oh, I'm looking right at it. Okay.
Yeah, I can see the mic.
Can you see the Facebook notification or no? Do I only see that?
I see, let's see, entering Horizon, a
Okay.
couple of semicircles.
All right. So yeah, because what's interesting about this, you can get Facebook messages here too. So my wife was just messaging me and it popped up in the environment, which is pretty funny. Can you see that?
I can see screens. Yep, I see two lower screens.
Okay.
And then one large one across those two. And then something to the left of that that looks like an avatar or a picture in the bottom.
Yeah, so that's my avatar. That's the way I have it set up.
Okay.
And
So you're in the Oasis now.
I'm in the Oasis. Is that what they call this?
No, that was Ready Player One,
Oh.
which
so I'm
is
going to go to
kind of like this in a
the
way.
public. This is the public kind of square where the default screen is, and you can kind of go around and see it. And bear with me, there is a point to me showing those. So what's interesting is until you leave a party, its members can hear you even after closing the Horizon app. That's a little weird. By default, the microphone is on, which I have mixed feelings about. So let me turn that off so I can just kind of pull out my thing there. I can kind of explore through here, and it's going to tell me all about this. I can either use this thumbstick to kind of move around, or I can kind of use that to zoom around.
So there's, I'm assuming you're doing two different operations here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I go up there, whoa. So they're playing a game that you, they're playing a game over there, throwing boomerangs.
I see. Hey, somebody wants to talk.
Hello. I don't hear their voice, but maybe they're on
Gotcha.
mute too.
Well, you're muted, so maybe they
Yeah.
didn't hear you either.
All right, so there's a lot of cool things here. I mean, there's nothing like really like I'm on this thing here where I can kind of jump around, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it will.
I heard something like a keyboard sound.
Yeah, it's like a walking xylophone.
Gotcha. I apologize. I thought I was connected. I was on the screen. I wasn't, and I just hacked and coughed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, checking the messages. We look good there.
Okay.
Tank reports the message console is empty, but if you're enjoying the stream, jump in, give us a comment, and let us know if you want. You want to suggest Frank do something or go somewhere.
So they've changed this. So last time I was here, it was set up for Halloween.
That's right.
So there's all sorts of interesting stuff. There's a bunch of people up there.
There is a bunch of people up there.
See, and they're waving.
Frank's waving. I saw you wave, and I saw them wave back at you. Kind of cool.
Check this out. So if anyone here remembers Adobe Atmosphere, this is very similar to that because you can jump to different worlds.
Okay.
Let's see what's here. Creator Accelerator Island. What's that? Oh crap! I'm still getting used to like moving around.
Uh-oh.
You still there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Making sure I wasn't on mute again.
I overshot the thing. Just getting used to it. So once you get close to it, apparently you can do this. And this is very similar. Watch the transportation effect.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Right.
Interesting.
And
so I never did Atmosphere, but that looked very Minecraft-ish to me.
No, that they don't think they had that in Atmosphere, but Atmosphere had this notion of hub worlds where you would like start at a home kind of world, and then there would be like different features at different places.
Cool.
So here we go. It does take a while to load. I never understood why. And they always have like
how fast is your internet, Frank? You got pretty fast internet.
I have a gigabit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So I've never been in this world before. So now I'm still on mute.
Okay.
So let's see. Interesting. I like the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Pink face gem. I'm afraid to ask. Oh yeah, and if you do different kind of gestures, you can like do that. So if I do this at once,
I see.
Fire off emojis.
Interesting.
And there we go. What's over there? Interesting. So, this is from the main hub world. You can go to other worlds and kind of just like you would on the web. You can explore other ones, right?
There are links.
There are links, basically.
Yeah.
They used to call those portals in Adobe Atmosphere. I don't know what they call them here officially. And if you look, I don't know what that's about, but so you can see you can experiment with different lighting and stuff like that. Experience, I guess, with 3D rendering stuff probably is helpful. Use this island. Oh, okay. Should check out games. So they actually have meetups and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's check this out. Here we go. Grab all the money. I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe there's already a Squid Game world. I don't know. I know Roblox has a bunch of those.
That's funny.
So after this world loads, I'll just kind of look around. Then I'll show you how you build worlds here.
Cool.
Here we go. Whoa. I mean, this is pretty cool, like the animations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, there's really only one tool to do this in.
Okay.
How do I grab money?
Interesting. Hey, you got some.
I know. I got $20.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna go. It's designed by somebody named Sandwich. I'm gonna go. How do I leave this world? That sounds rather morbid. It's amazing the detail that went into this, like the seats and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I need to figure out how do I go back to. Oh, not that one. This menu. There we go.
Cool.
So I'm gonna like this world. Don't get out of my way. Money's still flying around.
Darn money.
I know. Talk about like visualizing. So here is.
That's funny.
Come on. Here is a world that hopefully it's going to take me out of there. Yep. So this is basically a world where this is the tutorial world, and
Okay.
it'll walk you through kind of the tutorial, and but this is kind of the environment you can set up. Come on. How we doing on comments?
Let's go check.
Hi, and welcome to Horizon's creation tools. Everything you see in Horizon is made by
No
people
new.
like you.
Okay. So you see,
Let's get started. We'll begin with
this is the tutorial, and she walks you through.
Mhm.
And the first thing I thought was the animation on her talking and her mouth is a little over exaggerated.
Okay.
But I don't know. So let me pause it. There we go. So I can go around and explore this world.
Yeah.
And this is the thing I got to get used to is I can come on. All right. I'm still working on this one.
Mm.
Come on.
I saw you zooming.
I can zoom out. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can kind of create the world, and then what I can do is I can grab it. Somehow I'm set to duplicate. I don't want to duplicate.
That's weird. Yeah, I saw that. You made two.
It's it takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
All right. So now I see for some reason there we go. Right. So I can twist this, and there's no gravity, right? So
yeah.
like it doesn't have to be like a real world environment, but you can see just like any good 3D
Oh, look.
tool,
Yeah.
I can kind of change that. I can rotate it. Right. So now I'll go back and I hit up. Now that's what I see.
Okay.
So another thing I can do is I can go and I think I pull up this menu. There we go. Style. And say I want this to look like that.
Mm.
There you go.
Nice.
And there's all sorts of stuff you can do with the world. You can publish the world. You can add scripts. Although I imagine coding in this can't be easy. Like,
Yeah.
But I can add let's see, can I? There we go. I can grab that from there, and now I can set up a wall. And then now, when I go in here, come on. That's interesting. This is new. So it'd be cool to have like a data-driven world.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let me go back here. Go back to create. They have templates you can kind of start with.
Yeah.
Like there's a snowy world. Come on. there's another world I created because one of the first things I did when Adobe Atmosphere came out was I recreated the World Trade Center,
Okay.
which was like it was 2002, 2003. So the memory of it was rather fresh in my head.
Yeah.
But it was oddly reassuring to kind of go back there and like sit in the plaza, like even though it was virtual.
Yeah.
And even though it was like on the PC, there was no headset or whatever.
I think you shared like a video or something of that a few weeks ago.
I think I did. That was one of the first things I kind of showed.
Mm-hmm.
So they have these worlds that kind of like they have templates that are kind of like built right in.
Nice.
And you can collaborate. So this is the Winter Wonderland world. And what's cool about this is you can throw snowballs.
Mm.
You can I want two noses. No, go out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then so because I'm in create mode.
Oh.
There we go. That's what happened.
Technically, the snowman is wearing a hat. Well, no, that's not true. It's behind him. Okay.
There we go.
Now the snowman is wearing a hat. Oh, a scarf. I like it.
And then if we go here, I can give him an eye. Oh, and that's the problem. Like when you're doing it through this mode, you'll accidentally hit it and go back into the other mode. And
gotcha.
No, not this. I wish I could throw that, but there we go. Oops, and I did it again.
Good job, Frank.
Wait, I did it again. There we go. Kind of my mutant snowman.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's pretty cool, like how this works. And can I pick up those presents? No.
Bummer.
I see over here there's sticks.
Oh.
I can. There we go. Now he's a snow antler.
That's funny.
No. Snow unicorn.
Oh, there's the mic.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Let's see. Let's check out my snow unicorn.
I like it.
There you go. I should make that an NFT. And you actually can. You can like do screenshotting. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Look at that.
Here, take photo. Oh, it's disabled. Probably because I'm already casting.
Oh, maybe.
But
this is phenomenal stuff, Frank. Unfortunately, I have to go in a few minutes.
I do too. Let me.
Okay.
Come on, quit. All right. Woo.
Good
I
job.
did not realize I slid all the way over there. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
But hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you all enjoyed the little tour of the metaverse. Thank you, Andy, for playing the role of Tank.
Absolutely, it was an honor.
It was pretty cool. Like this was an idea that I had last night, literally, to kind of stream using this tool because I can have you in much more easily. It was, I think it worked out pretty well.
I liked it.
So thanks, Thomas, Dr. Kumar. Thanks for tuning in. And anything else? I know you got to go.
No, this is just it's neat to be to be playing around with this cutting edge stuff, Frank.
I mean, this is
like
very
said,
much
I'll
like
get one.
science fiction stuff, you know. I mean, this is
It really is.
hadn't really. I mean, just that. I mean, it's $200 or $300. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. It's definitely the. I think it'll end up being a Commodore 64 of VR headsets, right?
Sure.
Because it was the first computer or device that the average person could afford.
Yep.
So
I like it.
I know you got to go, but thanks for being the operator, man.
Thanks for letting me.
And everyone there, have a great weekend. And I'll do some fancy graphics.